Students, today we are going to learn our third and final part of our unit number 4, that is Python function modules and packages. Our today's topic is modules and packages. So what is module? A module allows you to logically organize your Python code. Grouping related code into a module makes the code easier to understand and use. A module is a Python object with arbitrarily named attribute that you can bind and reference. Simply, a module is a file consisting of Python code. A module can define a functions, classes, and variables. So you can use modules with an import statement. Okay. You can use any Python source file as a module by executing an import statement in some other Python source file. The import has the following syntax, that is import then module name. You can specify any n number of modules by using comma separated, okay, separation. Okay, when the interpreter encounters an import statement, it imports the module if the module is present in the search path. A search path is a list of directories that the interpreter searches before the importing the module. For example, to import the module support.py, you need to put the following command at the top of the script. So input support, okay, then use support dot that is print function, and you are passing the string, so it is directly print hello Zara. Okay. Next, a module is loaded only once, regardless of a number of time it is imported. This prevents the module execution from happening over and over again if multiple imports occurs. The from import statement. Python from import statement let us import specific attributes from a modules into the current namespace. The from import has the following syntax, that is from module name import then name1 name2 name3. Okay. For example, the import the function Fibonacci from the module fib. Use the following statement, that is from fib, okay, then import what is the function Fibonacci. So you can import a function that is Fibonacci. This statement does not import the entire module fib into the current namespace. It's just introduce the item Fibonacci from the module fib into the global symbol table of the importing module. The from import asterisk, that is whole statement. It is also possible to import all names from a module into the current namespace by using the following import statement. So from a mod name then import then asterisk represent all. This provides an easy way to import all the items from a module into the current namespace. However, this statement should be used sparingly. Then next, locating modules. When you import a module, the Python interpreter searches for the module in the following sequences: the current directory. If the module isn't found, the Python then searches each directory in the shell variable Python path. If all else fails, the Python check the default path. On Unix, this default path is normally slash user slash local slash lib slash python slash dot. So it searches the default path. Okay, the module searches the path is stored in the system module sys as in sys.path variable. The sys path variable contains the current directory Python path, and the installation depend on the default. So next is Python path variable. The Python path is an environment variable consisting of a list of directories. The syntax of Python path is the same as that of the shell variable path. Here is the typical Python path from a Windows system. Set Python path is equals to c:/python20/lib And here is the typical Python path from a Unix system. Set Python path is equals to /user/local/lib/python. Okay, then next is namespace and scoping. Variables are names identifier that map to objects. A namespace is a dictionary of a variable name, keys, and their corresponding object values. A Python statement can access variable in a local namespace and in the global namespace. If a local and global variable have a same name, the local variable shadows the global variable. Each function has its own local namespace. Class method follows the same scoping rules as ordinary function. Python makes educated guesses on whether the variables are local or global. It assumes that any variable assigned a value in a function is local. Therefore, in order to assign a value to a global variable within a function, you must first use the global statement. The statement global var name tells Python that var name is a global variable. Python stops searching the local namespace for the variable. For example, here the money is a namespace. Okay, within a function. Sorry, we are define a variable money in a global namespace. Within the function name, within function money. Okay, as assign money a value, therefore a Python assumes money as a local variable. However, we access the value of a local variable money before setting it, so an unbound local error is the result. Okay, so oncoming the global statement fixes the problem. So here we are specifying variable money and we are assigning value 2000. Okay, using function add money. When we are accessing the value, that is money is equals to money plus 1, so it is accessing the value of that particular variable, that is money plus 1, and we are printing money. So it when you are calling it, so it produce error because your namespace is same. Okay, so next is the dir function. So dir built-in function returns a sorted list of a string containing the names defined by a module. The list contains the names of all the modules, variables and functions that are defined in the module. Following the simple example, suppose import path and content is equal to directory math. So when you are printing the content, so it is directly produce the particular what we can say list of all the modules, variables and functions within a sorted order. Okay, here is the special string variable name is the module name and the file is the file name from which the module was loaded. Next is the global function and the local function. The global and local functions can be used to return the name in the global and local namespace depending on the location from where they are called. The local function is called from within a function. It will returns all the names that can be accessed locally from that function, and the global it is called within a function. It returns all the names that can be accessed globally from that function. The return type of both this function is dictionary. Therefore, the name can be extracted using the keys function. Next, the reload function. When the module is imported into the script, the code in a top level portion of a module is executed only once. Therefore, if you want to re-execute the top level code in a module, you can use the reload function. The reload function imports a previously imported module again. So you can reload by using reload function and specify just a module name. When you want to reload the hello, so you just use module name, that is hello, within a parenthesis. So now we are moving towards the packages. So Python packages. Suppose you have developed a very large application that includes many modules. As the number of module grows, it becomes difficult to keep a track of them all if they are dumped into one location. This is particularly so if they have similar names or functionality. You might wish for a means of grouping or organizing them. Packages allow for a hierarchical structuring of the module namespace using a dot notation in the same way that modules help avoid collision between the global variable name and packages helps avoid collision between the module names. For example, consider a file pods.py available in phone directory. This file has following line of source code, that is define pods, print I am pod phone. Similar way, we have another two files having the different functions with the same name as above. So here also using, that is suppose that is ISDN, that it's print that ISDN, it's having a function ISDN, and G3 is having function G3 like pods. Okay, now we are initializing package. For initialization you have to specify init file, okay, in phone directory. So you have to initialize it by using phone slash underscore init underscore dot py. Okay, so to make all of your function available when you have imported phone, you need to put explicit import statement in init py, okay, as follows: from ports import ports, from ISDN imports ISDN, from G3 imports G3. So here importing the port function, ISDN function, and G3 function of module ports of package ports ISDN and G3. Okay, so in the initialization section, while at the time of program execution, just import phone directory. Okay, import phone when you are using that particular package, that is phone dot, and you are just using port function, ISDN function, and G3. So it is directly going to print the result, that is I am port phone, I am 3G phone, okay, and I am ISDN phone. Okay, so it is directly going to print it. So there is no need to specify explicitly. Okay, it is directly going to initialize within the phone directory. Okay, so that's like we are going to execute the program. So this is just with this video. Thank you.